Old Man Greg was famous in his village for one thing, forgetting things. Every morning he would set out on an errand, only to return home empty-handed, scratching his head and wondering what he had forgotten this time. One bright morning, Greg's wife, Martha, sent him to the market with a list. "Now don't forget, Greg."
Greg, don't forget the groceries, potatoes, tomatoes,
Greg nodded
and
confidently.
salt.
"Of course, Martha. I have the memory of an elephant." But as soon as he left the house, he looked at the list and mumbled, I don't need this. I remember everything," before promptly stuffing the paper into his pocket and forgetting about it. At the market, he got distracted by a man selling singing parrots. Feeling quite proud of himself, Greg began his journey home, whistling happily. But there was just one tiny problem. He had taken the wrong path. Instead of the village road, he wandered into the deep, dark forest. After hours of walking in circles, Greg started to panic. "Oh dear, where am I? Maybe I should ask someone for directions." That's when he saw a figure sitting on a rock, dressed in what looked like an old jacket. "Aha, a gentleman!" Greg exclaimed, rushing over. But this was no gentleman. It was a monkey, a large one. Greg, without his glasses.
"Ah, a fine gentleman.
"Could you tell me the way
Excuse me,
home?"
sir,
The
can
monkey
you give me
tilted its head,
directions?
clearly confused. Greg continued, "I must say, you don't have the best fashion sense, sir. That jacket is a bit too small for you, but no matter, I respect all." Greg sighed. "I don't even know what's real anymore." As he wandered further, he spotted a familiar tree. "Wait a minute. I recognize this. Home is this way!" He cheered and ran toward the path. When he finally arrived back home, Martha stood at the door, arms crossed. "Greg, where have you been all day?"
Greg,
"And where are my groceries?" Greg blinked.
Where have you been?
Well,
Greg,
I
don't
met a very
forget the
rude
groceries,
gentleman who turned out to be a
potatoes,
monkey,
tomatoes,
got
and salt.
robbed, and unleashed a choir
Greg,
of singing
don't forget
frogs
the
in the
groceries,
forest.
potatoes,
Martha just
tomatoes,
sighed.
and salt.
"And let me guess.
Greg,
You forgot
don't
the
forget
groceries?"
the groceries,
Greg
potatoes,
beamed.
tomatoes,
"Oh, no.
and salt.
I remembered something.
I got
He
this,
pulled
a piece
out
of potato
a
only."
single potato. Martha facepalmed. Greg? And thus, Old Man Greg's legend as the world's most forgetful adventurer continued.